All right, we are live. Finally, third time is a
Third time's
charm.
the
We were
charm.
just saying. So we got Matt here. What's up, Matt? How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Matt?
So we are gonna watch a classic top 10 movie of mine that Dave has never seen.
I know absolutely nothing about this movie, mate. I mean, nothing. I haven't looked anything up. I've watched no trailers, like
That's the best
nothing.
way.
So I'm going in completely blind on this one with you.
Yeah, this is like pretty much considered like the quintessential giallo movie, like that murder mystery that's very gory, that pretty much led to slasher films and stuff being created.
Right?
This is
Okay.
like, and the music is just like the same with Suspiria, same band Goblin. This was his movie 2 years before Suspiria,
Mm.
his prior movie, and the score to this movie is just fucking phenomenal. Like the progressive rock, like Italian progressive rock band, and I grew up loving like prog rock from the 70s, like Yes and Rush and Genesis and
Yeah,
ELP and all those bands. So it's
yeah.
that type of music. So it just fits so perfectly with Argento's style, his color usage, his patterns, all of that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Very visual.
Yeah, no, it's
So far,
definitely
yeah.
me and Keith say all the time that some of these Italian movies are just like experiences
Mm,
that you just have to like fully immerse yourself in to like fully like capture everything that it's trying to throw at you.
yeah. Well,
But we
especially
had,
the couple of ones I've watched with you so far, mate, have proven that really when it comes to Italian horror.
yeah, there's definitely a lot. I mean, it shows how the plots aren't as important
Yeah,
because I don't remember names for a lot of movies, but even less so when it comes to Italian horror movies. Like there's very little character names I remember in Italian horror films. Like
yeah,
even favorites of mine and stuff. There's a select few, and like that's it. Just because a lot of them are always like Carlo. I think there's a Carlo in every Argento film from. His first movie for like his first 10 films is like a character named Carlo. Too
yeah.
hard to remember, so I just don't. So there are two copies of this movie. There's a lot of different copies, but yeah, the one that's on YouTube, the like 2 hour, 6 minute one,
Mm,
is like the original Italian version, and it was cut down to the length that Shutter has it here, and that
yeah,
most copies have it for mostly just taking out dialogue bits and stuff like that, and scenes that they didn't get to dub in time or do in English, so they're in Italian, but some don't even have subtitles, some do, so it's nothing really important missing from it. And since Shutter is just a lot more convenient, I figured we'll just watch that one since I've probably watched, yeah, I've definitely seen this shortened version more
yeah,
than the full length 2 hour plus one, because there's really not much missing that's like fantastic that you're missing without
yeah.
watching that cut of it. But all right, people, if anyone wants to watch along in chat, just ask for a timestamp. We are going to do it 3, 2, 1, go, and then we're going to 3, 2, 1, go.
That's
So
right.
you ready?
I'm ready.
You fucking psyched?
Oh, fuck, dog, got me pickle is tickled, kid.
You fucking tickly pickle. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. And we are off.
Salvatore Argento. First of all, just the music to this fucking awesome.
Hey,
I told you I was gonna have something. I told you I was gonna have a bass or something.
if I had hair, mate, I was head banging right then.
It's like that's the type of music throughout all of this. It kicks in right here. After that childlike music, which is used to great effect throughout this movie. What's up,
So,
Pope Theus?
is
That's a
there
great
any
name. Pope Theus Pap Smear.
is there any like any gory moments in this?
Yeah, this is probably where he started like focusing more on the gore,
Right.
leading into Suspiria. Hello, lovely May. Yeah, fuck them, copyright threatening. I've put up a cover of the Deep Red theme of me playing that part of it, so I know that it's just a claim at best. So they better not fuck with me. 2 more days, that's it, and then that strike is gone over me. Then I don't care. Then give me another one. Fucking, I'll wait 90 days to get. Just get that other one. That 2 more days. Just get that one fucking out. Just tired and you. I am well. Dave is well. We are watching Deep Red, and Dave has never seen it, which is a crime that you've made it this far into life without, without seeing Deep Red or Suspiria. Those are like the two essential, I think, Argento films that everyone should see, like every horror fan.
Mate, it's just a crime I've made it this far in life, full stop.
I was
Surprises me
thinking the
everything.
same thing to say about me, actually. Funny, brains think alike. So, yeah, guys, whoever didn't see the post, Alex Vincent on Monday morning
Oh,
at
that
10
is
a.m.
awesome, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, so we will have him on for a half hour with a Chucky doll, and we'll just talk Child's Play 1 and 2 and Curse of Chucky and his little role in Cult of Chucky and the TV show and stuff.
Mm.
He's a pretty talented musician too, actually. And he has a music production company
Right.
down in Florida where he lives. So I'll bring that up. We'll talk that a little bit because I can always talk music. But that will be exciting to have a good guy doll. So bring your good guy doll that I know you have a ton of, May. If anyone has questions, like let me know or just leave them in the chat, I guess, if you're there.
I bet you'll have some really good stories as well.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
being 6 years old, like starting this franchise that's still going on today. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. How he still has nightmares over Chucky, probably.
Probably, right? Probably just can't escape him, just like in the show and then the whole storyline.
Just do what we would do, mate. Just drop kick him down the hallway. Done.
That's all you got to do. I don't get. I don't get why people don't do it. I love this theater that they're in with all the red fucking. I mean, it's like Deep Red, which I had to change the colors on the little stream here. Usually they're yellow. Now
Yeah.
I made them red because it's Deep Red. And then tomorrow, me and Jamie watching Firewalk with me, Twin Peaks, and it's going to be in and out of the red room in that movie. So got to be red for
Gotta
that
be
too.
red.
Oh yes, bring the Chucky Army, May. Indeed, we'll have a Chucky Army going on. So this lady's a psychic, but she can't see the future. She can just feel and like thoughts and stuff and feelings that are going on like around her.
Hmm.
What's up, Russell? How you doing, brother? Hello, Jamie. I was just talking about you.
We're just saying how wonderful you were.
Yes, and so that we are in the red room tomorrow. Yes, indeed. That
Yeah.
was sad to hear, for sure.
Yeah.
Carl Weathers. Rest in peace to Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. May give everyone an iPad. Every Chucky doll you have them all watch the stream. Have them all put a question in too, so it fits the theme of like the story where it's gone batshit off the rails in the show, where there's a million Chuckies and they all have their own personalities, and so make them all have their own unique questions and shit. If it still didn't change that.
I love it though. I think you should just keep it up all year.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
will happen if I can't figure out how to change it.
Yeah.
This woman's freaking out now.
Yeah.
She's sensing a murderer in the crowd.
And I'm guessing there was the murderer that we saw in first person get up and walk off. Yeah, here we
Yes.
go. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I forgot where I rank. It's so hard with lists, especially I got to. That's something I want to do like this month is redo my top 40 films list
Mm.
because one I knew it. I said at the beginning of the video, I said at the end of it, I said I know I forgot at least one movie, like and probably in the top 10 or 20 or something like that too. And I did. I forgot Opera by Argento. Should have been the top 10, and and that shit wasn't there. So I might redo that and rectify that mistake. Or maybe I might just do like a top 40 horror, like strictly horror films.
Mm.
But then that shit will be like out of order and contradict like another list because it's so
Yeah,
hard to like
it's
put
difficult
things
to
like
do.
in an order like that.
Yeah, it's difficult to do. It was like the list that we did with Mike on his channel for
Yeah.
the Fifth Beatle. It
Oh,
was
it's
so
so hard.
difficult to put that together.
And like so many honorable mentions and then just things that just
Yeah,
slip your mind completely.
yeah.
And you're like, oh my, how did I forget about that movie? Like that's like definitely up there.
Oh, mate, the amount of times you would mention a movie, or Mike would mention a
Yeah, I
movie,
know everyone. We
Al-
all the same.
or
Hey
Alex,
Mike, speaking of Mike, he's here.
oh, here he is,
Like
or Alexi would mention a movie or whatever, and I would be like, "Fuck, yeah, I completely forgot about that one. That would have been in my top 10 as well."
I know it's so hard to just like because
Yeah.
I realized that like this I made that video like 5 months ago, 6 months, and I made it like 5 a.m. because I couldn't sleep, so that's not a good time to make a list
No,
of anything. And then I said right when I like finished the premiere, I was like, I didn't say opera, right? By Argento. No, I didn't, motherfucker. I knew it. And I said, all right, that's something to do a new one revised in the future.
oh mate, it's never a good idea making lists anyway. I was changing mine bloody every 20 minutes. I think I
I know.
changed something in the list like 5 minutes before we were going live on one of them as well.
I cheated a bunch too. Like I put two as in my number two because I couldn't pick. I put Fulci's three movies in the Gates of Hell trilogy as number 10,
Mm.
just because I can't choose between them. I said, all right, so three movies, number 10, best movie ever. Da-da-da-da-da.
It's piped up again.
This fucking score is legendary. And it is so fun to play on bass, especially. And I know this because before I hopped on with you, I was playing along to it with bass. And it's so much fun. That little devil dude looks cool.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
All my old marbles and toys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm sure there's real meaning behind this, but I haven't got a clue what it is just yet.
You're like half right. Yeah. Like with most stuff in this country, it's genre of horror. Yeah, half of it makes sense. This is the psychic woman. She's feeling all
Yeah.
tired from getting all stressed out.
Well, she didn't look like she was having a good time, bless her.
Yes, I have the missing pieces. That's actually something I was going to talk to you about that maybe we should probably do another time, like after tomorrow when we do the movie, is do the missing pieces because there's a lot of stuff in there that definitely alters theories and stuff on the whole Twin Peaks mythos and stuff. So I'd be down for that for sure. It's been a while since I've seen it too, the missing pieces. La 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 la.
I have a feeling this isn't going to end well for her. I don't know why.
Is it the creepy kid music?
I think it is, mate. Yeah.
Because that shit never ends well for anyone.
I think I've seen enough horror movies in my life to know when someone's time is up.
Ah, yeah, perfect. That sounds good. Because yeah, missing pieces needs to be talked about.
Oh well, there you go. I was
Love
right.
that act. Love
Yeah.
that fucking hatchet to the fucking chest. Looks awesome.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, like this is like, I mean, he had some pretty brutal kills in his first 3 films. This was his 4th movie. So his
Mm,
first 3, the Animal trilogy, there's some cool gore at times, but nothing like this movie pushed it. This is when he really started pushing it.
yeah.
And then Suspiria and Inferno, and then he kept pushing it with each one, basically.
Yeah.
So we got the Black Gloved Killer. Remember, I was saying like names in Italian horror movie. Like this is one of them that I
Mm,
remember always. Mark is the main guy here, piano player.
yeah. Tell you what,
David
mate.
David Hemmings does such a good job in this.
He's brave wearing white pants.
Yeah, he's funny in this. He puts on a great performance. He's a memorable character, which is I'll always admit there's a lack of in Italian horror.
Yeah.
Like character development is not really their thing.
it's
It's yeah, it's the style, it's the color, it's the lighting, it's the
yeah.
music, it's the visuals, it's the story to an extent. It's all that, but it's not like the character development or
No,
anything.
from what I've noticed in Italian
Yeah,
horror,
yeah,
no
exactly.
character
Say,
development
like,
whatsoever.
like, do you know how much familiar you are with demons and stuff like those few ones? Like, yeah, there's no fucking development of character there.
Yeah, I would put that to anyone that's watched Demons. Try naming a character right off the top of your head right now who's in Demons. Name the main
Oh,
characters.
I know Rose is Greta's character, right? I'm pretty sure it's Rose. I could be completely wrong on that, but
No idea.
I know it's Greta.
But it doesn't matter because the movie's just awesome anyway. So it doesn't.
That's the whole thing. That's why they're just like some of these movies are just like experiences. And
Yeah,
you just throw on, you just blast the fucking sound and just like get immersed in how it looks and the weirdness of some of it.
yeah.
And this motherfucker, his name's Carlo. See, I told you every movie by Argento, like his first 10 films, have a Carlo.
I wonder if there's a Carlo in Demons. I know that technically wasn't Argento, but I
Yeah,
wonder
I'm
if there
sure
was one in there.
maybe that just because was involved in any way.
Yeah.
Like maybe there was. Maybe there's a Carlo in Demons. Or Demons too.
Mm. I'm sure there's one knocking about somewhere.
Oh, there's gotta be a Carlo hidden somewhere in there, like where's Waldo?
Probably one of the demons was called Carlo.
So surprisingly, people, the winner of that poll for next discussion video, which I'll be watching after this, is Cronenberg's The Fly remake from 1986.
Oh, what a movie!
Which yeah, it won by a lot. Well, it's still
Mm.
going, but like it surprised me because I threw in what I throw in Mario Bava's Blood and Black Lace, M Night Shyamalan's Split, which is a movie I really enjoy actually.
Yeah, it's good.
And I forget the other one, so whatever. And then that and The Fly just took way off. So that's
Mm.
what I'll be watching and recording later.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
JT, will you cover the score for Anthropophagus 2? You mean the Anthropophagus 2 from 2 years ago? That I said I posted earlier that I got to do a video for both of them because I've been talking to the production company or distribution company that put out the Slaughter. They saw my review and they're like, "Oh, like we'll pay you a few bucks for like per review, like for like movies and shit that we put out. It's mostly Italian shit." And I said, "Yeah, fine." And Anthropophagus 2 is one of them. So I have not seen it yet, Anthropophagus 2, but I love the original. So hopefully that'll be what I'll be watching, recording tomorrow before Twin Peaks at night. No, Russell. Hey, have you seen Everyone Love? Have you seen the uncut version of Singapore Sling from 1990? Only three characters, a mother and daughter, and one guy. Thanks, Russ. And you are, yes, a member for 2 months now. Thank you so much for all your support, buddy. You got a Sackhead Jason now next to you. It starts as Pamela, then it's Sackhead, then it's part
Yeah.
3, then it's part 4, then I forget after that. It doesn't go 5, 6, 7. No. It's like Carpenter, and then Argento, and then Bava, I think, is like
Wow. But
longest
that's a
one.
great way of doing it, though. I like it.
Yeah, you start as that bitch Pamela voice. Start off as a low tier bitch in the tiny pond. Then you
Oh,
gain your Sackhead, and you have a sex change apparently to Jason. I love that whole shot that would just happen when she's in the window, and then like she gets the broken glass on her, like she gets broke through the window. That's awesome.
killer's just walking away.
Yep, in the raincoat.
Yeah.
And I love how they make this character fucking smart, the main dude, because
Hmm.
like he's about to get questioned here. And he starts saying some real good responses. Like, wait a minute, I didn't say this. Like, I said I saw this, and stuff like corrects them and stuff. I like that a
Yeah.
lot. Did you move anything around? It's a great mystery, this movie. I've already told you. And then Argento's wife at the time that he was with for many years, Daria Nicolodi, is in this. And was in a lot of his movies, except Suspiria,
Yeah.
for some reason. Yeah,
All
like
right.
when he says I said was I saw a man in a brown raincoat. I never said it's the murderer's raincoat. Like all of that is great.
I like how one of the detectives or police just has a flask of coffee or whatever he's drinking, walking around with.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to look important, like yeah, something to do.
It's like, would you like a drink? That'd be me.
All right, this case is too fucking hard. Give me that scotch.
It's a cold night. I've got some soup here. Do you want some?
There's Daria, Argento's ex-wife.
Oh, it's this here, is it?
Yeah. Well, her banter with him in this, the main character Marcus, is great. They have like a little arm wrestle competition later because, like, I mean, kind of fucking misogynistic of Argento at the time. It was the 70s. They have a conversation saying like, women can't do certain things that men can, and she starts saying like, "Oh yeah, give me an arm, like do an arm wrestling competition."
Yeah.
It's funny
Yeah,
though, like it's great banter.
yeah, but it's not like you say though, mate. It's 1975. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's why I understand when people say like they'll never watch Cannibal Holocaust because of the actual animal deaths, because they're
yeah,
animal lovers. Like I get it, but don't hate. I don't like when people hate on that aspect of the movie because like dude, it was 1979 they filmed this in fucking Italy. Like
yeah,
the standards just weren't the same back then. Like fucking killing a real turtle and like a monkey and shit on camera. Like
yeah.
they're like, we're not making these effects when there's a perfectly good monkey over there. And
It's-
they could do that. And then they gave it to the tribes to eat afterwards. So at least it didn't go to waste all the food. But like, yeah, think of it. If you're fucking not so wealthy, like Italian filmmaker, you can't speak English really or nothing. You're out making this cannibal film and stuff. You already got a bunch of effects for the cannibals and stuff. You see a monkey in the tree like that, you say, yeah, that's it right there. Like we're not calling the makeup artist or anything. And that's how it was back then. I mean, I'm
I was
glad it's
just
different
gonna,
now.
I was just gonna say it would be different now if they could do it, or they could do it all CGI, but instead just go,
Yeah,
nah, okay, get a few monkeys from the cage over there.
yeah, right.
We'll save a fortune.
Yeah, there's a perfectly good monkey over there. Like, why call? okay in VFX or something.
It's like in the original Friday the 13th when they actually kill a snake in that movie.
Yeah, like that. Like, it's like, all right, it's a snake. I mean, I'm sure he was fine afterwards in Snake
Exactly.
Heaven or
Mate, I'm
wherever they go.
look, listen, I'm all for killing snakes, man. Kill as many snakes as you like.
Snakes can be scary,
Mhm.
especially if they're like the anaconda from Anaconda or real life, more
I'm
so.
just I'm just not a fan of snakes, mate, full stop. They just nah. Oh, God, no.
You ever have somebody just like have a pet snake and like you don't know it, they just brand that shit off, they just pull it on their shoulders, they come out, they put it in your face, and you're like, dude, get the fuck away from me with that. I've
Mate,
had that happen.
you would see a Dave-shaped hole in the wall if that happened to me, mate.
Like the Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah, I would
It's just
be
God.
gone.
That's funny. Yeah, it would depend on the snake for me. Like if it's all relative to the size and the deadliness, I guess. Because like I remember when like going on a vacation on a cruise with my family and a family friend's family when I was like 8, 9, and we were like in the Caribbean and we were like throwing. They first of all there were sea snakes in there, like the white and
Oh,
blue, the white and black ones. Those are poisonous. We're throwing
yeah,
sticks at it and shit because we didn't know better. And then there's the little stonefish that blends in and looks like a rock. That shit can kill you in like 2 seconds. Like if you get stung by it or whatever, bit by whatever the hell it is.
yeah.
We're poking that with sticks and so we didn't realize like how like dangerous that shit was.
Nah, just
What's up,
just
Tex
leave
Russ?
it, full stop.
How you doing, buddy? Hope all is well. I
Just gonna
forget
say,
it's
man, I was
Friday.
on
It's the weekend. I just realized.
if I was ever on a night out and I pulled the most beautiful looking woman ever, and I went back to her house and she produced a snake, man, I'm not sticking around whatsoever. I don't care how beautiful she is. She could be like Cameron Diaz, Jennifer Lopez. It wouldn't matter. I'm out.
It's like, nah, yo, that bitch got a snake though. I'm good. All the other stuff sounds good, but I can't get past the snake.
I just can't get past the snake. No.
Yeah, this is always just like just weird things I can't get past. Like it reminds me of, like Seinfeld, which I've always adored that show. With
Yeah.
there's an episode when one of Jerry's girlfriends eats her peas by like with fork and a knife, and he can't handle it. Like little shit like that, like dumb stuff that
Petty
just like
shit.
no, I can't like deal with that. Like, what's that about? That's weird. Like the littlest, tiniest things. But snakes
Any
are a much bigger thing. So yeah, I'd be out too.
that's a big thing. But you know what my little thing is? Any
But
woman that eats pizza with a knife and fork, I just
oh
can't
yeah,
get past it.
yeah, that's not good. Who eats pizza?
You've got to pick it up. You
Unlike
got
a
to
barbarian. Come on. You you always that's how pizza's meant to be eaten, like you're at medieval times.
exactly my
Yeah,
thoughts.
this whole banter with them between them being men and women, and men are superior at certain things. I love how he says psychiatrist says what is said. He's a piano player because he imagines he's bashing his father's head in on the keys. That's funny.
So Argento's ex-wife, who's in this now, I take it she was already an actress anyway when he met her.
Yeah, I don't remember what like anything notable that she did really, but she was in this with him. This is like right after they started. I think they were married at this point, but then
Yeah.
she co-wrote Suspiria with him,
Right.
and
Okay.
she wasn't in it, but she was. Remember when we watched it? I was saying a lot of the
Yeah.
folklore and stuff was from her, part of writing
Yeah.
it, and then she was in pretty much every other film after that until opera. I want to say, yeah, she's in Tenebrae. She's in Inferno. Is she in? Yeah, she's in Inferno. She's in
So
Finale. Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah. Most of his films up until the late '80s.
so she's like Chevy Zombie then, but in the
Yeah, yeah,
Argento.
yeah. Kind of, yeah. Like the Sherry Moon Zombie, except she
Yeah.
doesn't show her ass every 10 seconds, which
Oh,
is
that's a
yeah,
shame.
a positive and a negative. He's like, that is a complete and utter cheat. Sean, my man, I figured I'd see you because he adores this movie too.
All right.
Yep, this is his favorite Argento. That one from Households moving. Just oh man, I hope you're feeling all right, and hope you're feeling better. Tore a shoulder. Yeah, try to take it easy and rest, man. Hopefully it heals swiftly.
Yeah,
But
hope
yeah,
you also, mate.
but yeah, this is Dave's first deep red watch.
It is. Oh wait, they're having an arm wrestle now.
I love it. It's so funny. And he's fucking giving him a run for his money.
All right, yeah. Oh, elbow on the table.
I love it. Well, all their dialogue is great, which is what I think elevates this movie. Like especially, excuse me, and like the whole scope of the giallo genre, not just Argento, like Sergio Martino, and like there's so many other giallo directors. Is the characters and the dialogue is actually like, fun and interesting in this.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember Mark's name always, like this character, because I love his character in this. I love her character. I love their dynamic together. You don't get that too often in a lot of giallo movies. Right, Sean? This is always, yeah, this is like on the list. That's a good idea. Yo, you just gave me a good idea for a video, Sean. Thank you. I might do a video of top movies I wish I could blind rewatch again.
It's a great idea.
That's a great idea, Sean. Thank you for that. I'm stealing that if that's all right with you. That's a good idea. Because
It's okay,
I
mate.
have thought that with both movies and with certain video games like Mario 64 and Dark Souls for the first time, Bloodborne. Like to play those for the first time again and like experience not knowing anything and like searching every little area. Same with certain movies.
Yeah. I might steal that idea myself. I just steal ideas anyway. I just watch other people's videos and go, I'll do that.
What's that old saying that good artists copy, great artists steal?
That's right.
Tarantino's been quoted saying that many times.
It's just flattery at the end of the day. Take it as a compliment.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I would say. If something inspired, unless it's like blatant, complete theft, but like if it's like, you could see inspiration and say like, oh, this person probably loves this, and like you know what I mean, then it's like, yeah, of course. That's like
Exactly.
there would be no more ideas in the world if that
Exactly.
wasn't the case.
But everyone's doing the same shit on YouTube anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So good.
You're very talented, mate. I'll give you that. I wish I could play the guitar.
Thank you. Old one time. This is Carlo's mother.
Do you know, man, I absolutely love music, but I have no musical talent at all.
It's weird. I'm the
I
only
don't.
one in my immediate family that has any type of musical instrument like talent or anything like that. But
Yeah.
my uncle is a drummer and something he plays guitar a little bit, but not too much. But he's a damn good drummer.
Yeah.
And my grandfather was a drummer also. But besides that, like on my mom's side at least, that's pretty much it when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Foreign, what's up, buddy? How you doing, bro? Oh, thanks. Tuned in right for the occasional deep red theme. Zodiac, what's up, brother?
How you
How you
doing,
doing,
pal?
man? Yeah, then this is like this weird scene, like there's always a weird character in an Argento movie. It's just there, and it's not weird because she's gay or he's gay, whatever it is. I'm not sure. I don't care, but like it's just fucking random. And then like
Yeah,
you find out that Carlo is homosexual too, and like as well as a drunk and stuff. And I love the fact that Marcus is still a friend to him, and he doesn't judge him for this.
yeah,
Like he takes it like very well, and that's something that's rare to see in the 70s.
mm,
Like in the 70s films, to see like a gay character like this, and then like have the main guy like react fine to it, like and not
yeah,
ridicule him or anything. Like that's rare for back then. So I
yeah,
like how
yeah.
they handle that, even though I
You
don't
would
know what
feel
it
like
is. But
that was something would probably be, more kind of modern, really, wouldn't you?
yeah,
And like you
exactly.
said, being like back in the 70s.
Yeah, there's a few movies that come to mind that like went there with like pretty taboo stuff for the time, like Black Christmas with the abortion
Yeah,
subplot. Like that
yeah,
was
yeah,
pretty ballsy for 74
yeah,
to throw in a
absolutely.
film for sure. There was another one I was thinking too. I was just thinking about another film like that. I can't remember what it is at the moment. That's awesome, Russell. I fucking love Rush. Rush was actually I've been to, and I'm not even exaggerating, like at least 1,000 shows in my life, like music, concerts and stuff. Because I've just the Disco Biscuits alone, my favorite live band, I've seen 115 times. I've seen Fish 60 something times. I've seen all different incarnations of the Grateful Dead. Unfortunately, without Jerry, because I'm too young, I didn't see him, and then before he died. 50, 60 times. So just three bands, that's like 200 shows or so. And that's not even counting a ton of more. And Rush was my first concert ever in 2000, early 2000s, very early 2000s in Jones Beach. And it was excellent. That trippy wallpaper.
Mm.
Argento always has it. I don't think he remembers anything. This guy's drunk all the time, Carlo.
He reminds me of myself.
Uh, your new name is Carlo, Dave,
I mean, don't ask me to remember anything. I wouldn't remember shit.
and that's why you're Carlo now.
That's what That's why I thought I'd drink some red wine tonight. You say Italian horror movie. I thought wine, Italian wine, red wine. I thought I'll mix it up.
Sticking to the theme, that's good. That's something I enjoy doing all the time. He's trying to like say, "Get out of here!" Like, why are you
Yeah.
messing around with this whole murder shit? I mean, it's funny in a way. Scream does owe a lot to giallos,
Yeah.
but I just don't like how it holds your hand and fucking just like the reason we're doing this is because a year ago when your mother fucked my father or whatever, you know what I mean? And then we're gonna do this. It's like I don't need to like be told this shit. I know how to watch a movie, like and
Yeah.
understand. Like they don't hold your hand in like these old jollos. I love that.
Yeah.
Like I can almost guarantee now, just because we're live and we're talking and stuff like that and hanging out. When at the end you're gonna know who the fuck the person even is. Guarantee that. Like maybe there's a chance, but I'm taking that bet.
You'll probably win with
But
that.
those are the things that you got. Like that's what you actually just pay attention, and they respect you in these movies. Unlike earlier mentioned films that just have to fucking explain everything, otherwise people don't understand.
Yeah. I don't mind it when movies do that. But
Depends on the movie for sure.
it depends on the movie, yeah. But what I hate the most is when the explanation for what they're doing is just so crap. Like as
Oh
much
yeah.
as like I enjoyed Scream movies and like the kind of the last couple, I liked Scream. What would it be? Yeah, I like Scream 5 more than I like Scream 6.
Oh
But
shit,
both,
my bad, Zodiac. 37 minutes we're about to hit.
yeah. But their
36:45
reasons,
if you're counting.
but their reasons for doing the killing what they're doing in their movies, I just found so dumb. Like I just, yeah, it kind of ruined Scream 5 for me a tiny bit, even though I did enjoy the film.
Yeah, I thought 6 actually was my favorite. Like,
Really?
yeah, not like fate. I still hated it, but like, I feel like it had like some of the better ideas in the franchise. And that if
Mm,
it was a completely different franchise and it was written totally differently and everything was completely different about it, it wasn't Scream anymore. And they used some of those ideas,
yeah,
I would have liked maybe Scream a lot more. Like if it did all the things I liked in 6 back in the original.
yeah.
But they didn't, and so it's a moot point.
I just and I just found the reason for doing what they were doing in Scream 6 as well. I just rolled my eyes at it. I just went, really? I was kind of expecting more. I don't know why. I was just
I don't know what the fuck the acting was with what's his name at the end. I always forget his name. He's been in so many things. The
okay.
father.
It's gonna be a spoiler alert that anyone hasn't watched Scream 6 yet, but it's
Yeah,
been out.
I don't think anyone gives a fuck about it anyway.
Are you talking about the detective?
Yeah, this channel is specifically for screams.
Yes.
The people who don't know about it, don't want the spoilers, stay over there. But yeah,
Yeah.
that douchebag. I mean, he's been in a lot of things. I've seen him. He was in Arrested Development's 5th season. He was in
Yeah.
Shameless as Fiona's fiance. He was a heroin addict on the show. He was a lot of things he's been in. And he's
Yeah.
always very hit or miss. And the acting and the reveal at the end of Scream 6,
Yeah.
that was fucking scary bad.
It was
How
terrible.
bad that acting was from him. It
I
was
think
so over the top.
I'm pretty sure in my review I bring that up,
Yeah, and I know I didn't mind because I was appalled almost. I was like, because sometimes like it was every other line. It was
Yeah,
yeah, that's it. Jamie got it.
that's him.
Dermot Mulroney, that guy. And I said I've enjoyed performances from him. He was wasn't he the father in Insidious, not the last key.
Chapter 3.
3, chapter 3, with the
Yeah,
girl with the broken leg with the card.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he's the father in that too.
yeah. Do you know what? I might find my Scream 6 review and I'll clip. I'm sure I bring
Yeah,
him up.
yeah, yeah, do it,
I'll
yeah.
clip that,
I'm
and I'll
sure
use
it
that as
is.
my thought. Yeah. But yeah, I thought the same thing, mate. I thought he was horrendous in that movie, like really bad.
Yeah, and it was weird because like it'll be like a line or two delivered all right, and then like just atrocious delivery. Like what? And then like all right, that's all right again, and then back to oh come on, like it was very strange.
Yeah. Especially when Scream kind of does play it straight a lot of the time. He kind of felt like he was acting in a different movie or a different like he just had to like tone it down a bit. And I'm just surprised that directors kind of let like, oh yeah, we'll go with that one. It's kind of like
Yeah,
really? Like
I know. Like there had to be other takes.
had to
Like
be.
there had to be other takes. There's no way they pulled that on just like a few takes. Like there had to be multiple ones. They didn't. They decided that was the best, or maybe that was the best. Maybe that
Maybe.
was the best that he had that he was able to give. I gotta check. I gotta listen to it foreign because I listen to the Suspiria score very often. With same with a lot of other scores like a lot of Fabio Frizzi scores for Fulci films. Deep Red score, Requiem for a Dream. I think it's one of the greatest scores. The
Yeah.
Haunting of Julia, Cannibal Holocaust, Candyman. It goes on and on, but like those I listen to pretty regularly. Like every few months, I'll throw on one or two of them, three of them, and listen to them straight through, like the whole score. Do you want me to call the police? No, I'll just wait here while the fucker kills me.
Yeah, exactly. That would be an idea, mate. Yeah.
She says, you
Give us
want
a
me to call
hand.
the police? He says, I know the murderer is in here, and they're absolutely trying to kill me. You want me to call the police?
Nah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. We don't want to waste their time.
Yeah. I love how they use that motif with the child song, and it'll make sense near the end.
Do you know what I feel like this review's missing, mate?
But,
Garbage Day.
oh yeah, I have it, and we got it. So we guess it's been asked for. It is coming. We always treat every day like it's garbage day. No. Every day is garbage day here
Get
on
in there.
Horror Discussions.
We have to do this. Every watch party we do, it doesn't matter what it is, Garbage Day has to get played at some point.
Garbage day. Yeah, they're never leaving. They're saved up here on StreamYard. They ain't going nowhere. Yeah, Russ. I mean, that's just one of many problems I have with the whole series and stuff. But just, I'm not going to get into. You guys know. Those of you that know me enough, you guys understand.
It does
I definitely see the appeal. Like, I know I'm in the minority. I say that all the time with my thoughts on Scream. But it has its goddamn fans, and I think Jenna Ortega is like the best thing to happen to the series. Because I think she's an incredible actress. I first noticed her when, did you ever see that show You on Netflix? Chad, anybody ever see that when it was coming out? And it was like this guy who was stalking this girl. And then in the second season, Jenna Ortega plays like, because he relocates, and the neighbor is a Spanish woman, and that's like her niece. And I said during that season, like after a few episodes, I said, this girl's a damn good actress. Like, I hope she gets something good, like, better things in the future. Then she got Scream 5, and then she got X, and then she got Scream 6, and so many things. Wednesday. So I'm very, very, very happy for her, because she definitely showed talent early on.
Yeah. Oh, she's.
I think she was like a Disney kid, wasn't she? Like a Disney, like in a Disney show or something too.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me, mate.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure, but she's definitely one of the best things in the new Scream movies, without doubt.
I watched You for 2 seasons, and it was, I watched, what is it? It's, I think the 5th season is the last one, and it just came out like this year or the end of last year. I watched the first 3, and then like I watched the 4th, but wasn't paying attention much, and then I never watched the 5th. I think the first 2 were the best. Yeah, the first one. Yeah, I think the second one's actually better. Zodiac, the second season, just because of what's her name? Oh, what's her name? Well, now I'm not gonna be able to think of a name. I gotta look it up because she's gorgeous and she's a phenomenal actress. She was in Haunting a Hill House, Mike Flanagan show on Netflix. She was in a few of his things. Jamie will probably get it out before I find it.
Probably.
Victoria Pedretti. She is awesome. She is a great actress, and I think she makes season 2 of that show.
How many seasons of it is there? 5.
I think 5. Yeah, is the last one. The last season just came out like last year.
Right.
Ding 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 ding.
So we've seen a glove.
Yeah, I love the shots of that.
So obviously, this is the killer's eye that we're seeing right now with the black, like the makeup going around.
Indeed. I like that little stone setting. That's a nice little building.
Yeah. Reminds me of the Arlamanda, to be honest with you. Mate, reminds me where I live.
Yeah, I was just thinking that to myself, saying, "I wonder if it's like that near you."
It's,
It looks like Ireland, like Scotland type
yeah,
thing, like in the country with little stones.
yeah. That's basically the Alaman, mate, to be honest with you.
Sounds beautiful, unless there's a pandemic, and then your ass is fucking stuck there.
Pretty much, mate. That's what happened.
I know. That's all he said. I love the dolls hanging that the killer hangs around.
Yeah, it's quite creepy, that. Just going in, having a baby doll just hanging by its neck.
Yes, it's actually one of the many covers for the movie posters. One of the famous ones is you see a doll hanging with the rope,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Oh, there we go.
Just another one hanging there. That's a great shot too, just with the lighting and the shadows on that side,
Yeah.
and it's the lighting's right on her.
It's like I say, it's one of the things you can say about Italian horror, or especially kind of Argento with what I've seen, but like the few that I've seen anyway, is that visually it's outstanding. Like,
Oh yeah, that's one of his major points that he excels at.
oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, the eye shot, I like that.
The eye shot, that is actually a brilliant shot.
And this was just a year after, because it reminds me a little of Black Christmas that we just mentioned with
Just gonna
Billy's
say,
eye through the closet. And that was
yeah,
74, but this was being filmed maybe 73, 70. So I don't know if maybe he saw that and thought that was cool, but that's a great shot.
yeah. I always remember that shot in Black Christmas with Billy's eye in the wardrobe, because I watched it as a kid, and it scared the piss out of me, mate, when I first saw it. Just that shot, that visual shot of it,
Yeah,
just was horrifying.
it's a very effective shot
Very
for
effective, mate.
sure.
Yeah, and it's still to this day for me one of the best shots in any horror movie I've ever seen. Is that shot in Black Christmas?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's definitely up there. That's a list I've been wanting to do for a while. His best shots, and best like endings to a horror movie,
yeah. I'll figure now. Oh, that's the bird gone.
and most disturbing horror films.
Mm.
Those are the next lists when I get around to doing lists. So fucking good.
Oh, there you go. Turn around. Oh, well, see ya.
That's such a cool lick. That guitar lick that comes in this little piece of the score. So good.
I don't think it's going to end well for this lady neither.
She's crawling.
Yeah,
She's army crawling at the moment.
yeah. Oh well, no.
Burn down out. Burn down out. I don't know what the hell that is. Just drool, I guess. Dripping out
Yeah,
of her mouth.
Looks like hair gel or something. Well, that's another thing I've noticed with Italian horror as well. They're very visual on blood. Now, it doesn't
Yeah,
like
it doesn't
it,
look ultra realistic. It's that
yeah,
red, fake, bright red blood, like from Dawn of the Dead. That's one
yeah,
thing that takes Dawn down for me a bit, because like Argento worked with Romero on Dawn, and I guarantee that's why they used that type of blood in Dawn of the Dead. I just don't
completely
like
agree.
that blood in a, like, it works in Argento movies for me, and like some
Yeah,
other like late 60s, early 70s films, but
yeah,
it's hit or miss. But for Dawn, it don't work for me, because then you have Day of the Dead, which is just fucking phenomenal with the way everything looks gore wise in that.
absolutely. I'll
See,
tell you
this
what,
is
mate, that could be a watch party for us in the future. Day of the Dead, if you're up for it, I
oh
would be.
hell fucking yeah, I'm up for Day of the Dead any day of the dead.
Absolutely, any dead of the day. I'm up for that.
Yes. See, Michael Myers was not the first to turn a bathtub all the way up and then suffocate someone in it.
No,
I don't know for sure. I don't want to misquote him, or well, if he didn't say it at all, then I'm not misquoting him. But I'm pretty sure Argento said that he was inspired by Mario Bava's Blood and Black Lace for this kill in Deep Red
mm,
here, the drowning, because there's a drowning kill in Blood and Black Lace. Well, imagine still being alive
oh,
like after that. That's gotta suck.
that's gotta hurt a lot.
Oh yeah, just trying to write the power of steam.
Mm,
Yeah, Russ, Steve Howe is one of my biggest influences on guitar, and yes, is one of my favorite bands. Close Tales from Topographic Oceans is my third favorite album of all time. I've seen Yes 3 or 4 times, and I've seen Steve Howe solo like twice. I absolutely adore Yes and Steve Howe. Yes, I know, Jamie. It's so good. That's one of my. It's my fifth favorite movie of all time, but it's one of, I think, the greatest last 20 minutes in a film
agreed.
ever. Like in Day of the Dead, from as
Yeah.
soon as Miguel lets all the zombies in with the elevator, and they start swarming in, and then when whatever his name is, when he gets the fucking his head pulled off, and
Mm,
the vocal cords tear, and it's
yeah.
dude, that is such a great touch. Like all of that is Tom Savini's like best effects, in my opinion. And
Oh,
people
dear.
will argue that and say, well, like he had a lot of help with KMB effects and stuff. Yeah, you see how much effects work is in that movie? Of course he needed a lot more help than
Yeah.
things like Friday the 13th Part 4 or The Prowler and stuff, when you just maybe him and a few other people. Yeah, he needed Nicotero and Berger, Kurtzman, all of them for that. Bing, boom, bing, diddy, doo, bing, diddy, doo. Owner of a lonely heart. See, that's the like 80s period when they were like a lot more pop rock, 80s pop, and not progressive rock like in the 70s. But Trevor Rabin, who played the guitar on that album and two more after it in the 80s, went on to be a huge composer. He did Armageddon score. You look up his credentials, he's done like 300 movies that he scored. Trevor Rabin is a phenomenal composer. There's just something about David Hemmings here, the main character, that I just love about him. He's just such like a. I love his personality and his wit. All right, so I'm thinking now, Dave. Now that we've watched Suspiria by
Mhm.
Argento, we got Deep Red out of the way soon. We saw City of the Living Dead by
Mhm.
Fulci. We did Demons and Demons 2.
We did.
We did all the Henenlotter films except Brain Damage. We'll circle back to that one.
We will do.
So now maybe it might be time for a Mario Bava film next.
Well, hey, I'm up for new experiences, mate.
Maybe I'm thinking Twitch of the Death Nerve or A Bay of Blood, that's called, which is pretty much like the film that led to the slasher genre, pretty much. Like
Yeah,
before Black Christmas, before Texas Chainsaw, like right, like in '71, and it directly, like Friday 2 rips it off like directly, like twice. Like with the spear kill is right out of that movie, like through the
yeah,
couple fucking. Maybe we'll
that's good.
watch that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a great one. Professor, I was just thinking you earlier because I was watching Heather's and heard greetings and salutations, and I immediately thought of Professor. How you doing, brother? So now he's at this house that this guy told him was supposedly haunted, and that it like has that people have heard like a kid singing, which
Mm,
ties into the kid song that the killer keeps playing. Or maybe Kill Baby Kill. Yo, there's so many fucking good Bava movies. Kill Baby Kill is like my favorite ghost movie of all time. And all it is just an Italian boy in a fucking wig, in a blonde wig. That's it. Like to look like a girl. And it's I
yeah,
think the creepiest ghost ever. Like just like with The Exorcist, like it's been over 50 years. And
yeah,
I don't think anyone's touched how the Exorcist makeup looks like for demonic makeup. Like nothing has surpassed that in all the technical, technological advancements that we've made in like makeup and prosthetics and all of that.
yeah,
Nothing has been better than Reagan's effects being possessed in The Exorcist. That's how I feel with the Ghost and Kill Baby Kill by Mario Bava. Same thing. It's just a little Italian boy, maybe with a little bit like of makeup to make him look like like paler, and
yeah,
a wig, and that's it. And then all these years, haven't been able to make a scarier, creepier ghost for me. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
yeah, yeah. No worries, mate. I'm going to do the same.
Hold down the forward. If I lose more than 10 subscribers, I'll be mad. But less than that, it's
Oh, yeah. While he's doing the same, I'm going to do the same as well. I've been thinking about doing it for a while. Hang on. Sorry, JT. I will be back. Oh. Right. If JT says anything, I never left, guys. All right. I was here the whole time.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
He's back.
Guess he's back. Hello again, everybody. City of the Living Dead and Demon still are my two favorites. City of the Living Dead is one of my top 10 movies, too. Number 10. Well, tied with his other two Gates of Hell movies, The Beyond and House by the Cemetery.
We did City of the Living Dead, didn't we?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the one in with Christopher George.
Mm,
And then goes with the sidekick to that village where the priest hung himself and has the girl puking her guts out for way too long. You know
yes.
that shit? Yeah, and the eyes bleeding. All that
Yes.
stuff. Love that. So
Yeah.
good.
I would still say, like, demons. You just can't beat demons, like, at all.
I love demons. It's always a riot. Dog the Bounty Hunter. I am the dog, big red dog. Yeah, I remember him. Mostly just because South Park makes fun of it. Yeah. Exactly. Actually, Professor, it's exactly the ghost from the Entity. Because that's when some of you notice in videos I have recurring visual gags and audio gags that I will play now and then or insert from time to time, like a random picture of an axe that has nothing to do with anything, or a picture of just insane people, like in an insane ward. It's just some random Google picture of insane people in an insane ward, and that's what came up. And one of them was this ghost picture that I found when I did my podcast episode on the movie The Entity. Little bit in poor taste, but you should be used to it now. So that is my representation of The Entity, and the ghost has now become someone who will pop up every now and then in content. You can see that ghost in a lot of fucking videos.
Part and parcel of the channel now, mate. That's it.
All right. Now everyone's going to be looking for the ghost. Gets like all rocky and shit. Little like 12 measure blues there.
You are right about the score to this movie, though, mate. It is good.
Yeah, it's just like I love just the way it's used. Just all this different sections of it, and how like during the murder scenes that you have the fast paced music with the bass and stuff like that, and like you got this one while he's looking around. You got the main theme for when like big events in the movie happen. Like the way it's just like Suspiria, the way the music is used in that. It's just like Halloween and so many movies where the score is just like integral to the film.
Oh, there's a lot of times, and like, well, any type of movie, but I think particularly with horror, where a score is literally like another character in a
Oh
movie.
yeah, absolutely. And this is definitely one of those movies.
Yeah.
All right, I'll learn it and I'll post a cover. Hey, Shutter, stop buffering. What the fuck are you doing to me?
Yeah, Shudder, stop it.
We're good. Hey, gonna say I fucking pay for you. Shut up. You like and Tubi don't do that shit. Tubi free.
That's the one good thing about Shudder. Ever since I've got it, it's never gone up for us. Everything else has gone up.
I
It's,
love fucking Shutter. It has a lot of great classics on it, and a
it's my
lot of
favorite.
great original stuff too.
Yeah, it's my favorite one I'm paying for every month, mate. To be honest with you, I need
Yeah,
to start doing it.
if you had Tubi, you would probably use that like 70% of stuff that you watch. Like I same like that's how I am with Tubi. I watch maybe like 75-80% of the horror films I watch is on Tubi.
I
Just
knew
because
it was
that's
only
how
a matter
big
of
of
time.
the selection they have. It's like
And,
insane.
and I knew it was only a matter of time before you threw Tubi in my face. If anyone doesn't know, we don't get Tubi in the UK for some reason. I don't know why, but we
Yeah,
just
I
don't.
know. It's a long running joke. It'll get there one day.
One day.
Yo, Gentle Giant Russ, the album Octopus. Fucking great album. Yeah, I'll be right back. I've just got food delivered, so I'll be back in a sec. Entertain them. But yeah, Russell, great song.
I
I
will
mean,
do, mate.
album and band.
This time, guys, I will stay with you because I don't need the bathroom. What's he found here? It'll be a long time picking away at the wall at your finger. Like, get something else. It's going to be like the last 40 minutes of the movie. Chip, chip, chip. Yeah, there you go. Still going to take you a while, but you'll be a bit quicker than using your fingers. There's some kind of some kind of drawing under that wall. There's absolutely no way I'd be going into the house on my own in the dark just with a torch walking around. So there's just not a chance. Not a chance that's going to happen. feel like there's obviously going to be more to that picture that he scraped on the wall. Just have a feeling. There you go. Yeah, saw that coming. There's definitely something coming up here. Making himself a cup of tea. You know he's not long for this world. He's going to get took out.
All right, we canceled yet? No, no. All right. We still got a channel. Cool. Dave held it down.
I must have been boring to watch because I've literally just been watching the movie, just being fucking engrossed in it, to be honest with you.
It's a good scene, actually.
I know. I've tried to entertain the masses, but I think I failed fucking massively. So I apologize.
It's all right. Like I said, it's less than 10 subs. Leave. I'm sorry.
I've learned my lesson.
Good. I'm glad the lesson has been learned. This is like one of the most iconic scenes in this movie.
What the fuck is that?
The little doll.
Well, he did exactly what I would do, but I probably would have
just
dropped
bash
first.
that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Ginger? How you doing, brother?
How you doing, pal?
The look on Dave's face says it all. He says, "That's funny."
Oh, fucking ow. Well, that's Jesus Christ. What a fascination with breaking
Oh
his.
yeah, I know. This kill is good. Like
Yeah.
this is one of the more like brutal kills in his earlier movies.
Ooh,
It's almost like the curb stomp from American History X before that was a thing.
yeah.
That was awesome, right through the neck.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing, mate. You're not walking that off.
No, definitely not, right? I mean, unless your head detaches and you walk around with that head,
No.
then maybe you can walk it off for a little bit before you die.
Oh, mate, anything to do with like kind of teeth though, like getting you just
Yeah, The
Don't like.
nails do that for me, and I just realized because I always forget that in the Fly remake that I gotta watch it do after this. That
Yeah,
this the thing with the nail coming off. I hate that. Oh,
yeah, it's horrible.
yeah. For some reason, nails have always been like my kryptonite with horror movies.
I would say nails, teeth, and eyes. Like any eye gouging of any kind.
Oh
Just
yeah, that's
oh,
why. That's why I'm showing you all these great Italian flicks.
yeah. Cheers, man. Thanks.
Yeah, right. Just
What
for
we
the
were
eye trauma.
pals.
Carlo, he's looking
One
for
of one of the
Carlo.
worst ones for me when it comes to like eye gouging is the one in if you remember in 28 Days Later with the soldier where he puts his thumbs through his
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that
chin.
actually. That's one of the things I remember most about it actually.
Yeah.
Because I'm never a big fan of those. I gotta rewatch those and do videos on them to like revisit them because it's been a long time since I've seen both of those.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I would highly recommend it because I love both of them.
I know many people who absolutely adore those movies, and there is one thing I think I said it on a countdown or something.
Mm.
I definitely could agree with that. I don't think there's a movie that looks like that movie.
Mm.
Like the way it looks, the cinematography, and just like the style of it, it's very unique.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anything looks like that original 28 days
Yeah.
later.
I will say about it, mate. It's very British. Like
Oh yeah, yeah, I
you know what I
remember
mean?
that for
Yeah.
sure. Which is fine. That's all right. I like some British things. I know a few British people that I
Let me know who they are.
I'll let you know one day
Cheers, mate.
when you're in the know.
I must admit, mate, I like the fact that he's worn the same clothes throughout the whole movie.
I know.
White, black shirt.
I'm not
And
sure if
then
the first shot, if he's in something different, and then since the murder, it's the same thing. But I think he might be in the whole movie.
yeah. And then white pants have stayed just as white as
Yep,
start.
not a single shred of dirt and no way on it. Yeah,
No,
he's climbing buildings now. He's
no,
fucking breaking into shit into the walls, and they're still
picking
as
holes in
white as can
walls.
be.
Just like, yeah. If I wear white pants, mate, I'm having so many fucking stains on the pants. It's unreal. Like fucking red
Well,
sauce is
that's
getting
why they
dropped
always
in.
say don't get white cars because they're so fucking hard to keep clean.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'd have red sauce on my pants. Fucking beer would probably be on it. Fucking it'd be all sorts of stuff, like,
The works.
just everything. You'd know I'd had a fucking good time anyway.
It's the digital shooting. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It really just has a look to that movie that I mean I don't remember the second one 28 weeks later. I think I only saw it maybe twice, and the
Mm.
last time I saw both of them was very like 10 years maybe almost. But I don't know if it looks the same in the second one. I think maybe it does, but I remember the first one specifically, like
It's
having
it's
just
it's got
that
kind
look
of
about it. That looks
yeah,
just nothing looks like that movie.
no. It's got like a similar style in a way, but I think I remember the 20 weeks later. I think it was a couple of brothers that directed it, Spanish brothers.
Mm,
Um, and they did really well, to be honest with you. I actually prefer 28 Weeks Later over Days.
okay.
Not by much, but I preferred the sequel over the original. Just for the simple fact that there's just a little bit more zombie action for me in the sequel, which I like.
Okay.
Um, but I think both of them are outstanding. And
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited for
Yeah, I heard now that it's gonna be
what's-
a 28 years later. Isn't it not exactly 28 years? Unless it's a few years from now that it releases.
well, what the first one came out in
When did the first one come out? 2000 what?
2002.
2002?
Yeah. So they could just
Yeah.
extend it. They could do if they wanted
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Just this amount of time went by. It's been 28 years. Fuck you. Who cares if it's
Yeah,
25 or whatever?
exactly.
And Jay
because
said
it was always
weeks of standard filming, not as good cinematography wise, but some great scenes. Okay.
because I always thought they were going to do months because that made more sense to
Yeah.
me. It's going to be 28 months later, but if they're going to go 28 years
Now it's
later,
been so long, I guess it doesn't make sense to do the months anymore.
exactly. I'm actually a lot more intrigued by that by 28 years later to see what
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
like what actually, what the hell the world's like,
Yeah,
like at that point. What's up, Phil? How you doing, brother?
I do, Phil. But I can't wait. And the fact that they've managed to Danny Boyle's back involved and Alex Garland's writing the screenplay again, I can't be more excited for it, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, that'll probably. When's that coming?
Oh,
Is it like it's in not even post pre-production, or it's just like
no.
an idea now, like that is
At the
gonna
moment, it
definitely
is. I
happen?
think, yeah, I think the studios have kind of been like trying to get the rights for it or
Okay,
whatever. I think Sony. I think I read today. I think Sony have it, or they must have won it anyway.
okay,
So it depends how
that's
quick
cool.
they can.
Is
Yeah,
Danny Boyle returning?
yeah,
Oh,
to
cool.
direct. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So I would probably say maybe 2026, maybe.
Oh, right around the time Christine 2 comes out. Oh.
Yeah. I must be honest with you. If I had a choice to watch 28 Years Later or Christine 2, I'm watching Christine 2.
Is it because of Montel Williams?
Absolutely.
Those things
You
are so
sold
much
me
fun
on
to
it, mate.
make. Too much fun to make those.
They are funny.
I got mad mad ideas for other ones in the
Do
future.
you know what you need to
What's
get
up,
back
Chris?
to?
What's
You
up,
need to get
Chrissy
back
the
to living
slasher
later.
dude?
How you
He is
survive.
he's another fellow Italian horror fan. Him, me, Keith, and Dirk from Subjective Perspective Collective are gonna hopefully be starting up that Italian talk show thing again that me, Keith, and Sean used to do.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? You doing all right? We are watching a top 10 film of mine. You know how I say Argento, like how the way he picks locations and like sets, he's the luckiest fucker ever. Like that house too. The whole house location and stuff looks fantastic. The setting
Yeah.
inside, outside, like every set this man ever like put together or place that he shot at was just brilliant. I don't know if it's just because it's a lot more gorgeous over there in Italy than here in America. I mean, I've been to Italy once, a few 5, 6 years back. It's fucking gorgeous. But maybe it's
Mm.
that. Maybe it's just it's just naturally a lot more gorgeous. I mean, you see that in like Indonesian horror films and like films from like Thailand, India, and stuff. Just because the country is so
Mm.
fucking beautiful, the cinematography is upped, and it looks
Yeah.
like a higher budget production just because of how gorgeous the country is that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
being shot in.
Yeah.
I'm going Deep Red is one of the best giallos ever. Yep, pretty much. Like Opera's my favorite Argento film, but it could switch any day with Deep Red is number two. I think that Opera's a little more outside the classic giallo box, so I pretty much consider Deep Red like my favorite giallo of all time. Because I mean, just the score, the directing, the sets, the banter between Nickelodeon and Hemmings, the mystery, the way that the killer's revealed and stuff, which this is Dave's first time watching. So when
Yeah.
we get to the end, I'll get into that. But everything about this movie is just fucking perfection.
I'll tell you one thing it's been as well, mate,
This is it.
actually. Just noticing
Yeah.
it, watching the movie. It's been very well acted as well. Like,
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like with him, especially with Hemmings and with Dario Nickelodeon, like it's not like I was saying, it's uncommon for me to remember names of
mm,
Italian horror, especially just because there's not a lot of character development and there's
yeah.
not a lot of great acting. But like this is one of those movies that has that on top of all the amazing things that you get in the genre.
Mm.
Ginger, I was just gonna throw it on the other night because it's on Tubi or Shutter. It's somewhere, maybe Tubi. But I saw it, and because I haven't seen it in years, I didn't like it. I remember that. It
Yeah.
wasn't like terrible though, like as bad as people said. But I was gonna throw it on, and then for some reason, maybe if the better part of my brain said, "Don't fucking do that." Like, why do you
It's
want to
like
watch that?
the
And I ended up not watching it. But that's one that maybe I'll rewatch sometime. He
it's like the
says,
one with
"I'll do it."
it's like the one with Walker Hauer in it as Van Helsing.
um, who? Yeah, I think right. Is that right, Jay? Who plays Helsing?
I think it is, you
Yeah,
know.
it is horrendous. He says. So why you want me to watch? I watch enough crazy shit.
I think it
Deep
is
Red is
Walker
my
Hauer in
number
it.
one from Argento. Suspiria is the greatest Italian horror ever made, in my opinion. I think Suspiria is his. I just did the countdown with Matt, my friend over at Pugwall, of our top Argento films, and I think Suspiria is his best film. Like that and Deep Red. But like, if I had to really say his best film, not my favorite, which would be Opera and Deep Red, I think it's his best film, and I think it's the film that like I always recommend to somebody who's trying to get into Italian horror or like Argento or just Italian horror in general. It's always going to be watch Suspiria or
Yeah.
Deep Red or another one. Yeah, I'll be right back in 1 second.
Yeah, no worries, mate. You're all right.
Now, I'm still holding my idea from earlier that you're not going to have any idea by the end of this movie who anybody really even is. Just from our like it's you got to pay a little attention, and then it's kind of, I mean, it makes sense compared to a lot of other giallos
Yeah.
where the murderer can come like out of nowhere, like absolute nowhere. This one actually makes sense.
Yeah, a bit more music.
Love that part of the score. Hey Rosalia, how you doing? I don't know why, but I like the little head brain thing on that chalkboard.
Mm. Be honest.
Even the way he arranged all the chairs in this scene and what happens in a minute or so in this room. Just the way the chairs are like arranged in the pattern that they are, that's fucking creative to me right there. Like, he put thought into it.
Mm.
Oh, she got stabbed.
Yeah. She got off light compared to all the others, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, yeah, at least you could say that.
It's the only consolation
She wasn't boiled alive in the fucking bathtub.
Yeah. She didn't have her teeth smashed in.
Yes. Curb stomped on the desk and then impaled through the neck. I'll agree.
Yeah. She didn't have a hatchet, go into her fucking back or anything.
Only been into giallos for a few years, so I have a lot more to watch. But man, doing great things. Yeah, oh yeah. There's still so much in the whole Italian subgenre of horror that I still have to check out. Like I saw Argento's Suspiria, Deep Red, Fulci's Zombie, and like Demons 2, and maybe a few others like in my early teens, mid-teens. But I didn't get like hardcore into like loving Italian horror as much as I do until maybe like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that. But there's still a lot of movies that either I've seen once and I don't remember. A lot of like Bruno Mattei stuff. Yeah, he's somebody I want to go dive into more. Sergio Martino's great. I mean, I've seen a decent amount of movies from him, and he's like the king of giallos. With Torso was a phenomenal movie, and your vice is a locked room, and only I have the key. That's a phenomenal title. Like that is one of my favorite titles for a movie. Your vice is a locked room, and only I have the key. That's awesome. But there's just so many. I mean, I love Diodato. I love Joe D'Amato. But there's still a lot. And yeah, there's a ton on Tubi. It has its own category now, as well as slashers. I don't know if Japanese horror does or if it's just in foreign films, but they have an 80s horror category. They have a 2000s horror category. They have slashers. They have Italian horror and giallos and found footage. So they have their own. Yeah, Zodiac. It sounds like a Tool song. I can see that. Absolutely. You can't really appreciate giallo when you were younger. I watched Deep Red when I was like 11 or 12. Loves the blood and boobs, and now I like that more. I agree with that too. I guess like a fine wine, like a fine Italian wine. The older you get, watching this genre of film, it just gets better, and you just start liking more and more things. Yeah, Torso's great. Torso was one of the films that me, Keith, and Sean covered when we were doing the Italian thing for a little bit. Torso's a great one. Martino he's probably has like the biggest output of giallo films. I love Carlo getting dragged down the street like this. That's got to be a brutal way to die, man.
Like these guys on the truck just don't know that they got someone just dragging.
Yeah, I know. I think because now it looks like they're looking in the mirror, like the rearview mirror, like they see it, but they're not stopping, which would be the first thing to do.
Oof! What's his head on the curb? There you go.
Yeah.
Good night.
I love how they do that effect too. It's not overly gory or anything either. Like it looks cool. Looks a lot better than the dummy.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, looks awesome.
Weren't expecting that at all.
Yeah, that's a great head crush.
Do you think he's dead?
Oh, I think you got to check the pulse, but I think he might be.
Check the pulse.
Fulci is my favorite Italian director. The Beyond, Don't Torture Duckling are masterpieces. All right, so here's my stance on Fulci is like in my top three. Bava's my favorite. Argento's probably right after that, and then Fulci. The Beyond and City of the Living Dead are always compete back and forth for favorite. So on my top 10 films of all time list, I just cheated and put his Gates of Hell trilogy because I can't pick between the three of them. But Don't Torture a Duckling is one of those rare films by Fulci that I've watched 2-3 times now, and it just has not clicked for me. And I don't know why, because I know, especially among Fulci fans, that it's a beloved Fulci film. It just hasn't clicked for me. So like the next time whenever I do a video on that film, finally, that'll be like my final analysis of it and my full thoughts. Pay full attention and make sure I take it all in. Yeah, that's pretty much how I look at it too. So I mean, the other two fell pretty hard. Bava never really made a bad movie. I mean, you have I mean, if you're talking horror, kind of. I mean, there are others. There was I can't remember the name of the movie from like the 50s. But then, yeah, I mean, on horror, you had Federico Fellini and stuff. It was probably the biggest Italian director, like from the 40s and stuff like that. But Bava probably, yeah, was like he's definitely the most influential Italian director, in my
Was
opinion,
Bava,
for sure.
was Bava the one that did Demons?
That's his son,
Oh,
Lamberto Bava. Mario
right.
Bava is the father, yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, Lamberto worked on his father's films for years as an assistant director,
Right.
all the way back to like early films, like Blood and Black Lace, maybe even. This is the reveal here, which is excellent. Remember how earlier he said, like, did you guys move anything? And he kept asking about a painting he thought he
Mm,
saw, and that it
right.
disappeared.
Yeah.
So now they show it, and it's a great reveal. And this is in the movie, but no one catches it the first watch. And it was a risky move by Argento. You know, it was a mirror, it was a reflection he saw.
Right.
And this is the footage from earlier in the movie when he first walks in.
Yeah.
That's the killer, Carlo's mom.
Huh?
And that's right, Carlo's mom, yeah. And that's right there in the very beginning of the movie. Like when he walks in, you can see her. If you like look and pay attention, know what's there, you'll
Huh?
see her face. Like I think that's such a great fucking decision what he did there because he could have ruined the whole mystery in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
I'm pretty sure in the other shots, mate, that the killer was a lot taller than what,
Oh
like,
yeah, none of that matters. But see what I mean? I was saying this in the video for like Ghoulie, one of the Ghoulies, and I was saying like why some films I'm willing to just not question the logic, and then I do that like crazy on other films. I
yeah.
don't know what the reason is, but it's just like this is like what? Who gives a shit? It's a fucking masterpiece. This movie. But if it's Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies go to college, I'm questioning why the fuck this is happening and why does this not make sense in a Ghoulies movie where they go to college. So I don't know.
The film is
How that
called
how that
Ghoulies
works.
Go to College, mate. That's enough.
Dude, I know exactly. Oh, it was so bad, and the fourth one was even worse. First two are fun.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen them, mate. Gotta be honest.
Damn, I've seen Deep Red a few times. Never noticed that, but yeah, right. Like I didn't notice it the first time, the first few times maybe that I saw this movie. I did not see the at the beginning at all, and I don't think many people did because I mean the way he directs that whole opening scene with Marcus going into the apartment after she gets killed. he shoots it in such a way, and it's the reflection, and there are all the other paintings that are taking your eye off of that particular reflection. So there's so many things that are distracting you with the music playing also. I like that's brilliant the way that he pulled that off.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Keith? How you doing, brother?
How you doing, pal? You all right, mate?
Now she goes after him.
Oh, this ain't gonna be good. Oh, Jesus. Oh, well. What a way to go.
Right. Great decapitation.
Yeah.
Other than the way this movie just ends. It just ends like that with the shot, and then there's just a shot of blood on the ground, and then it just says, "And now you've been watching Deep Red," and the music kicks in. It's fucking amazing. And you've been watching Deep Red. What do you think, Dave?
I'll be honest with you, mate. I need to watch it kind of properly.
Yeah, we said that's with a few.
Yeah, it's always hard when you do watch a party and watch something for the first time because you kind of, you're not giving it your full attention.
Oh, absolutely.
From what I watched of it, I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's definitely one like maybe this weekend you have time, throw it on, blast the volume and shit. And it just like you did with Suspiria, and it'll hit the same way.
100% that's going to happen, mate. I mean, I've got pretty much a free day tomorrow, so at some point tomorrow, I will throw this on.
Yeah,
I want to watch it. I want to watch it.
This is one of those scores that I'll throw on every few months and just listen to the whole score. Like, and that's the whole album. The score album's like an hour long. I'll just listen to the whole album, and it is just so fucking good. And like who someone just mentioned, was it Chris? Yeah. Does you think Goblin sounds like the Halloween theme? Definitely. And I'm pretty sure Carpenter has said that he was inspired by Goblin for Halloween soundtrack, like particularly Suspiria, but I could see Deep Red too, because it has the same, not the same. It's played on a glockenspiel, the Suspiria theme, the main melody. I think this is played on just like an electric organ or something like that, but similar, very similar sound, and it definitely, I think, inspired the theme song for Halloween, the score for Halloween.
Yeah.
But, love it when he plays these themes. Has anyone heard? I got to start doing more, Keith. Thanks. And then last time we were talking, and you brought up my "What Makes This Scene Perfect" series. I want to start doing that again too. I want to maybe take the 7, 8 I did in the past, and now like edit them and put like clips and stuff like that in there, re-release them, and then keep doing that because I like being able to just like talk about one scene every now and then. What are my thoughts on it? Is my 25th favorite film of all time and has my like 5th favorite score ever in a movie. I've done like 7 fucking covers of that score. It's in the horror score playlist. I've done it like 2 or 3 acoustic versions, a full looped electric guitar version, a fully looped keyboard version, and like a live playing it version on string. I fucking adore it. So that's the answers on the Cannibal Holocaust. Also funny, it is my video on is terrible. It's fucking early on in the channel and stuff, but it's the most views I have on a fucking video is 42,000 on my Cannibal Holocaust video. And it was during like because I remember I was doing the Child's Play franchise and I had an issue with my laptop and I got it fixed, and then the mic volume was down and I didn't check before I recorded Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2, and Cannibal Holocaust. So the volume's mad low, the lighting sucked. And that's the one just flew up to fucking 42,000 views, and then it just got stopped in the middle of its tracks because YouTube age restricted it. And I saw the email come in, and I said, "Yeah, I'm just talking about the movie. Like, there's no way." And then they took it right off. But that fucked up whatever the path that it was on. And just that was good day, good night for Cannibal Holocaust video. That was that's an amazing movie though. And yes, it's a hugely important film, Keith, for sure. Halloween 2. Yeah, that even more so with the more heavy synthesizers for Halloween 2's theme. Circle Cannibal Holocaust is great. Ferox is good also. Cannibal Apocalypse also isn't bad. Who's that, Lindsay? That's what I mean when I was saying, or like, that's where I still have a lot of diving into other directors in the Italian subgenre of horror, like outside of the big ones. Like, I know I've seen Lenzi movies, I've seen all the aforementioned directors you're talking about, but I don't know them like I do Argento or Bava or Lamberto Bava or Fulci or Diamato. Diodato, though, I just Body Count is a great slasher film, Dave. If you ever want to watch a good slasher movie from the 80s that has more of an Italian feel, Ruggero Diodato, who did Cannibal Holocaust, directed Body Count. Not Body Count. Yeah, Body Count. I always confuse it with Dead and Buried for some reason. Body Count from 86. That's a good Italian-esque slasher. You're working on a new intro. Yeah, I know. I saw your message, and I messaged you back on Instagram. I said we're live, and I sent you the link to hop on. But it's all right, buddy. Working on the new intro. Nice. Can't wait to see it. All right, May. Have a great night, May.
You too, mate. Take care of yourself.
I see. I spit on your grave. Yeah, that's great, man. That's still going. The spit on your grave, right? Yeah, that's sick. That's great. Yeah, Body Count is a great one. Yes, with David Hess. Spit on Your Grave. I still got to do that whole franchise except for the remake. I did the remake very, very early on in the channel because a best friend of mine that I've known since college used to quote that movie when it first came out. The show me your teeth, show horse. Show me your teeth. And my friend Richard, and so if you ever see this, buddy, I love you. Black guy, gay, the nicest fucking person you'll ever meet in your life, and the way he would say it, and just his face and his expression, just like, "Show me your teeth, show horse." So, as when I started the channel a few months into it, I was like, "Yo, give me a movie, request something, and I'll do a video on it." And before I even saw the answer, when I saw he responded, I said, "It's going to Spit on Your Grave."
Yeah.
The remake from 2010. And I opened it up and I Spit on Your Grave remake. I said, I knew it. And so I did it for him early on. That went to a few hundred or so, but I actually like the remake better.
Me too. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Keith. Yeah, I like the remake better.
I think the remake is so satisfying. I mean,
yeah, the kills are just so much more brutal, and her revenge is just so so much more intense. I mean, the original is a classic, and I do very much enjoy. I can't say enjoy it because of the subject matter, but it's a good watch now and then, and it is a classic. But I do prefer the remake.
Yeah,
and I think I forget her name, who plays Jennifer Hills in the remake, but she does a great job.
It's Sarah something. I can't remember it completely.
Sarah. Oh shit! Someone tell me. One of you guys know.
Yeah, please
Sarah something, and she does great.
She's awesome, man. But do you know what? I think everyone in the remake plays their role really well.
That's another. Oh yeah, they do. And the big fat guy when he gets the crows that eat his fucking eyes, and the guy on the lie, and he keeps going into the bathtub with the lie. There's some great kills in that movie. like really, really good.
The fucking sheriff with the shotgun up his ass is the
that's
most
that's classic.
Yeah.
That's just a great way to end your movie. Blow out your fucking antagonist asshole
Yeah.
and take out a retard at the
Yeah.
same
At the
time.
same time.
And that, I mean, I don't like that about the remake. That's one thing. If I remember right, in the original, the mentally handicapped guy is not as like, is he as like crazy about her and as implicit, or is he like more standoffish in the remake? I always forget which one, but I don't like the way that they make him more sympathetic. I think it's in the remake
He's
they make it a little more
more
sympathetic.
he's standoffish in the remake. They
Yeah,
make
right.
him
They
they
make him a little bit not sympathetic, but kind of, because he's having visions of her and he's freaking out. That's one
yes,
thing I don't like about the remake over the original.
yeah. But then
Butler, that's right.
I
Thanks,
thought when
Keith.
I'm watching the original of that,
Sarah Butler. Thanks, Keith.
cheers, mate. The way it was going on, I thought she was going to let him kind of survive and go, but she didn't,
Yeah.
and I like that.
Yeah.
I like that she because at the end of the day, he still fucking raped her. It doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah, absolutely. Doesn't matter what his mental state is. That's why I didn't care for that angle with it. With the like when the
I
fact that
think,
she didn't kill him straight off
yeah, I think they were
instead of
using,
saving him for the end with the
yeah,
sheriff and stuff, it shows a little bit of compassion there, or like something,
yeah.
that's like, all right, he's not as bad as her. No, he's fucking as bad. It don't matter what's wrong with
He
him.
is, but I think that's what they were going for with the
Oh
remake.
no, yeah, for sure. I just don't care for it.
Yeah, same, mate, same.
Because in the original they play it much better. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't get like any like special treatment for being handicapped or anything like that. Like it's just no, you fucking raped and tortured this woman too. Like you were involved, and now you're gonna fucking get killed for it, and you're gonna
yeah,
get your justice.
basically, yeah, yeah. But I do like the remake of Spit on the Grave. I think it's very
This,
underrated. Like,
yeah, the sequels aren't bad either. Um, the second
but the
one,
second one's
the
good.
second one doesn't have Sarah Butler. The third one has Sarah Butler.
Mm,
But then the remake to the original, I mean not the remake, the sequel, Deja Vu is fucking awful. Like
right.
that's like 2.5 hours of just give me a tranquilizer and go to bed. Like that movie was so boring. Same director, I'm pretty sure, right? As the
Really?
original. Terrible. Yeah, he is less goofy in the remake. You all seen Night Train Murders? That film is vicious. I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever seen that actually. So that's
No,
going on the watch list.
I
I
haven't.
know I've heard that name. I just rewatched for the first time in forever with Dora Birch from 2009 Train. Very like Terror Train mixed with like Hostel almost vibe to it. But there's
Right.
some pretty damn good kills in it. And that was like pretty older, hot Dora Birch. So it was a pretty decent movie.
That helps.
Yes.
Yeah.
But all right, so guys, that was Deep Red, the masterpiece from Argento. Dave, we finally did it. Three
We
times,
did
three
it.
tries. Three times is a charm.
It is indeed.
And we will plan our next one soon for sure.
Definitely.
What's going on your channel this week or
Oh,
weekend?
well, do you know, mate, I need to stop fucking saying I'm gonna do shit because
Yeah,
that times
I learned that lesson like a month ago, and it only took a year and a half.
because what happens is, mate, I literally do generally plan it, and then life just happens around me and fucking
Hmm.
derails it, you know.
Yep.
But
Either that or like I'll be in the mood to watch a movie, and then that time comes when it's time to watch it and record, and I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this no more. And that's why you get random fucking picks that come out of nowhere.
definitely, definitely. But the 100% anyway, what's definitely happening is Sunday I'll be on with Mike on his channel on the Real Fifth Beatle. I'll be on with him on Sunday night for us.
What time? I'm
I
doing.
think
I'm doing.
it's the
I'm pre.
usual.
I'm pre-recording with Knight.
Yeah.
Me and Knight at the Night Watch Zone are doing a pre-recorded video on John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness,
Oh,
and then I will edit it and put in pics and all that good stuff, and then premiere it sometime next week.
yeah.
So we got that. Tomorrow we have Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me with Jamie. at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And like I said, I'm going to try to get Anthropophagus and Anthropophagus 2 out tomorrow. And I'm probably off to watch The Fly after I eat in a little bit. And get a video out hopefully tonight on that.
I don't blame you. So yeah, after Mike on Sunday, I'm on with Matt on Pub Wall on Monday.
I love
We're
Matt.
doing Scanner watch party. So
Awesome. That's another top 40 movie of mine.
Yeah,
I fucking love Scanners.
but
Scanners
I will have my Evil Dead room.
I told you the cabin's calling you. The Necronomicon needs you. It needs you to fucking talk about it.
It does. It's been a while.
That is true. I love absurd. And I mean, the music is so Halloween. It's not even funny. But it has a variation on my favorite slasher kill of all time, which is in Intruder from '89, Scott Spiegel's movie, when the guy with the bandsaw through the face and it goes just like that to his face, and then they put it back on like crooked later. That's my favorite slasher kill ever. But in Joe Diamato's Absurd, they have a bandsaw, but it goes this way and chops into the guy's head this way. Great, awesome kill. But yeah, that's Scanners is just has some amazing effects too. The head explosion in Scanners is absolutely iconic.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's better. What would you guys say is better? The Scanners head explosion or Maniac with Tom Savini blowing his head off? Because those are pretty much the two main ones that always come to mind for me. That and maybe the Prowler. The Prowler has another good one by Savini.
Yeah. What a question, man. That is. Do you know? I don't think. And honestly, I know this is on the fence. I don't think there's any wrong answer with it. I think they're all fucking fantastic, to be honest. If I had to, like, if you really pushed me to pick one, though, I would have to go with Scanners.
Yeah, we got both like coming in. We got Maniac from Chris. We got Scanners, but barely. Yeah, I know that's how. Yeah, it's so hard to compare them because they're so epic looking.
I would have to go with Scanners, just with the movie in general. Just what the do you get what I mean? Just it's.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Gore, the Fury body explosion. Prowler is. I have I did a video on Prowler very early, which is one thing I regret is that I did all my favorite 80s slashers like very early on the channel, which I've taken some of them and edited them and re-put them out. But the Prowler is one I've always had a weird relationship with because I think the pacing is terrible.
Yes.
Like I think it's such a slow moving movie, but it has amazing effects by Savini and probably like his best single kill with the double kill with the girl in the shower with the pitchfork, but the guy before that with the bayonet through the head and the eyes go white. That looked fucking eerie as hell. That looks so good, and it's a shame that
the fingers were Prowler. It's good in moments.
That's what I mean. It has those moments, and then there's just half-hour stretches of not much happening at all. And that's where it just loses me. But the effects are absolutely phenomenal. Like there's no doubting that.
I will do a Prowler review at some point this year. I've kind of left it to the background a little bit because, like you say, I'm not like a massive fan of it. But I'll jump back to it at some point.
Awesome, nice. Gore, what time on Sunday? Because sure, especially that I actually, I just recently watched it for the first time. Shivers. I can't really choose because they both blow my mind every time I see them, but I have to choose Scanners.
Yeah,
I mean, both of them are just amazing.
Yeah.
I remember Tom Savini telling a funny story that they had because they guerrilla shot most of Maniac in Manhattan, so they didn't have permits or anything, and you can't fire a fucking shotgun on the streets of Manhattan. So they had the somebody in the crew and stuff in a getaway car. So as soon as he did the stunt and blew his own fake head up, he tossed the fucking shotgun in the trunk of the getaway car. The person drove off with it, and then they dumped the car, I think, in the Hudson River. pretty sure it's a Hudson, and he said he's like, I wonder if one day like they'll drag and and they'll find that car and all the fucking effects and blood and everything, and wonder if it was an actual
Unless he
murder.
just dumped it.
Yeah, like wonder if it's an actual murder. So he laughed about that in an interview once. He said, I wonder if that'll happen one day, that they'll find the car in the Hudson and they'll think it was an actual crime that actually occurred. And I think that's hilarious. Hey, what's up, King Gore? How you doing, buddy?
I do,
Always like
mate.
the head blast from the prowl. Yeah, it's another great one. That's one I feel like it's a runner up compared to the other two, for sure. Um, Head explosions blow my mind. Yes, they
I
do.
like it.
Yeah, Maniac is fucking amazing, but the Maniac remake might be better for me. Like at this point, like now that I've watched it enough times, because I always put them neck and neck because I think that the remake is a masterpiece of Maniac with Elijah Wood. And at this point, yeah, Maniac 2012, I think is the better film, like for sure. But all right, guys, so that wraps up Deep Red. Tomorrow, yeah, we got Jamie and me watching Twin Peaks Firewalk with me and diving into the world of David Lynch and Twin Peaks. And yes, Chris, you have to see the Maniac remake. Like it is excellent. Yeah, like Keith says, like it's in my top remakes, like not even horror remakes, just top remakes, like of all time. Excellent movie. But so yeah, then Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, we have Alex Vincent, Andy Barkley with a Chucky doll for a half hour live at 10 a.m. And we will be talking Child's Play 1 and 2 and the whole Chucky series. So that will be exciting. So until then, everybody have a great night. Everybody have a great start to your weekend. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody.
Take care, everyone.